Ito ang Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiba at kakaibang plataporma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hi, hello. I'm sorry, I'm trying to just put it on my phone but I can't. Happy Tuesday. Maraming salamat po at this morning hindi maayos po ang aking technical setup. Happy Tuesday everyone. Good morning. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Welcome to Buhay Online. And I can see some I don't see the names but I see some people watching. Thank you very much for joining me ngayong Tuesday ng umaga. At of course, marami po tayong papag-usapan regarding things that are happening around the world in people's lives using technology as we know it. Siyempre, importante po, no? Talaga naman po, lalo na in this pandemic situation, we really are so thankful that this happened at the time na ang teknolohiya ay ano na talaga full blast and of course we have to admit na if not for technology, you know, there will be more depressing things or mas malungkot ang buhay sa pandemya na ito kung hindi dahil sa technology na nakakatulong how we cope with our lives here in this pandemic. Really, just imagine if it happened like years ago when there was no internet, no, and when there was no cell phones. Well, but I guess I have to say that of course calamities happened during those times and they were able to cope with it. Yun na nga talaga. We make do with what we have. Yung resilience natin po ay yan po it comes about, no? Yung our resilience. Bakit ba ganito ang labo ng ating transmission? But anyway, so samahan niyo po ako for the next 57 minutes or so. And let's see po what we have in store for you today, okay? Yung po mga nagtanong at nag-email at nag-text po regarding jobs online and sa employment industry or corporate world, tomorrow po, Wednesday po, we talk about jobs, we talk about you know, current trends in technology with regards to using tools to work with. We will tackle that every Wednesday po. And of course, sometimes we will have resource people to talk about and discuss about those things and other issues as well. From time to time, meron po tayong mga guest resource people. Anyway, so going the first order of the day po, no, ang pag-uusapan syempre tungkol sa situation ng COVID sa ating bansa here sa Philippines, okay? As of yesterday, okay, the Philippines and Metro Manila is down to high-risk COVID-19 classification. According to the Department of Health, bumaba na tayo sa low risk, okay? Because after 3 weeks of being under critical risk case classification for the coronavirus disease COVID-19, the country and the National Capital Region has gone down to high-risk case classification. Not gone down, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said on Monday, yesterday, January 24. During the president's pre-recorded address, Duque reported that the country's 7-day moving average of reported daily cases fell by 18%, ayun, from January 18 to January 24. At 28,642 cases. This was from 34,860 cases from January 11 to 17. Bumaba considerably, almost 10,000 binaba nitong January 18 to 24 at 28,642 cases, okay? Which was 70% higher than the week before. So yung last week po pinakamataas na surge, no? Metro Manila's 7-day moving average of reported daily cases was also down to 7,328. Ito daily cases, no? National yung kanina, NCR, Metro Manila. From 7,328 from January 18 to January 24 and lower by 56% from the past week, which was at 16,547 from January 11 to 17. So we can truly safely say na yung week ng January 11 to 17, yung pinakamataas ang daming number ng infections. And bumaba by 56% daily itong nakaraang linggo. Okay? Maliwanag dito, Mr. President, ang porsyento ng pagtaas ng mga kaso ay unti-unti na pong bumababa. Okay? It's pretty clear, Mr. President, that the percentage of positive cases is slowly decreasing. Okay, that's good news, right? Duque also mentioned that NCR and plus areas are showing case decline, while the rest of Luzon have shown signs of plateauing. Okay. On the other hand, sustained case increase has been observed in the rest of the island groups. Meanwhile, the country posted a moderate risk 2-week growth rate, which was down to 176% with an average daily attack rate of 28.46, which was still high, according to Duque. This was far from the previous 2-week growth rate of 3.661%. On the other hand, NCR also posted a moderate risk 2-week growth rate of 65% with an average daily attack rate of 84.56. Meanwhile, Duque stated that the national health system's capacity is now at moderate risk na lang. Okay, hindi na high risk masyado. Only Region 5 and BARMM, yung sa Mindanao, are under high-risk intensive care unit utilization rate. Bumababa na rin po ang ICU utilization rate ng NCR kasi nadagdag na din po sila ng mga kama, maliban doon sa pagbaba ng mga kaso, kaya po bumaba rin ang kanilang utilization rate. Gayon din po sa total bed utilization ng NCR. NCR's ICU utilization rate decreased because they increased their bed capacity aside from the decline in cases. So that's why their utilization rate lowered, and it's the same with the bed utilization. On the other hand, of the 13,959 total confirmed admissions, as of January 23, only 1,324 or 9% were severe cases, while 533 or 5% were critical. Okay, this seems to be good news, right? Duque said that these metrics will be discussed with the Interagency Task Force or the IATF to determine if Metro Manila is ready to de-escalate to a more relaxed Alert Level 2 status for February. Okay? So, malalaman po natin yan kung magre-revert back na sa mas mababang status ang Metro Manila at NCR. Okay? Alright. Okay, on that note, dahil dyan also, okay, na-mention na naman po yung tungkol sa COVID tsaka yung mga vaccination, this issue that's been being clamored upon not only in the Philippines but also in America, na nag-protest pa yung mga tao, yung mga anti-vaxxers na yan regarding the policy of no vaccination, no going to work sa Amerika. Dito naman sa atin, no vaccination, no vaccine card, no ride. The Department of Transportation reiterates legality of no vax, no ride policy, okay? Hindi naman daw yan illegal, okay? Kasi, ayan. There you go. No ride, no vaccine. No vaccine, no ride. No ride, no vaccine. No vaccine, no ride. Okay? So, the Department of Transportation has reiterated its position on the legality of its no vaccination, no ride policy following concerns raised by the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. In a statement yesterday, the DOTR said the policy, which it started implementing last week, is legally valid naman yun po, okay? Valid po yan. Yung ginawang take na yan na hindi pwedeng sumakay kapag wala kayong bakuna. Okay? It is noted that it has the authority to issue the same under pertinent laws and regularization. So, ang DOTR said, ang Department of Transportation said, the policy which it stated that it started implementing last week is totally legally valid. Okay? As it is noted that it has the authority to issue the same under pertinent laws and regulations. It should be clear that the DOTR, in issuing the policy, is implementing the ordinances issued by all local governments o lahat ng mga LGU sa Metro Manila, which are all in line with the Metro Manila Council or the MMC, yung kanilang resolution on the mobility of unvaccinated individuals. Itong sinabi ng ahensya. The resolution, which is likewise in line with related IATF for the management of emerging infectious diseases. Resolutions prohibits unvaccinated individuals from boarding public transport subject to exception. So, bawal pong sumakasakay sa mga bus or public transportation yung mga hindi pa nababakunahan. Except for some isolated cases, okay? So pagka walang bakuna, you're prohibited from boarding public transportation. In its legal option, the Department of Justice has made it clear that the resolution from the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority and the MMC, with its corresponding LG ordinances, is a valid exercise of police power under the Local Government Code according to the DOTR. You'd have to pardon my voice po, ano? I sound like a croaky frog today. Tinatry ko man i-modulate, lumalabas na parang ano. Pardon me, okay? So, the agency added that the policy does not violate Republic Act 11525, which states that vaccine cards shall not be considered as additional mandatory requirement for educational, employment, and other similar government transaction purposes, okay? Access to public transportation is not among those enumerated in the prohibition, according to the DOTR. Remember that the so-called right to ride needs to be balanced with our responsibility as transport regulators to maintain and preserve safe travel. Diba? Yun na nga, the right to ride. Pero in this COVID pandemic situation, mahirap talaga to get it unnoticed na yung papasakayin mo na lang whether may bakuna or not, or papasakayin mo yung potential carrier ng virus, right? So, it has to be considered, No, pero yun na nga maraming nahihirapan because not everyone is fully vaccinated, right? So, it is also not perpetual. It shall only be implemented kasi while the CER is under level 3 or higher. Hindi naman forever na kailangan pakita ng what do you call this? Ng vaccination card bago ka makasakay. Hindi yan forever. Anyway, so, padaan-daan ang aking may bahay. It is also not perpetual. Once we scale down to alert level 2, okay, sabi ng DOTR, this policy shall automatically be lifted. So, temporary lang po yung pagkuha ng mga vaccination certificates para sumakay. Para po yan sa ating kaligtasan. Okay? Dialogue with DOLE. Okay? As this news developed, okay, workers are seeking a dialogue with the Department of Labor and Employment to resolve once and for all the controversial no vaccination, no ride policy. Okay? Partido ng Manggagawa or PM Chair Renato Magtubo called on Labor Secretary Sylvester Bello III to heed the workers' call for a dialogue to discuss their urgent demands. Okay, a planned dialogue between DOLE officials and Nagkaisa Labor Coalition leaders has long been delayed. Instead of social dialogue, the government is exercising social distancing with labor groups. Itong sinabi ni Magtubo sa isang statement. He also added that workers welcome the resumption of the labor inspections to ensure compliance with labor standards and enforcement of occupational safety and health protocols. Okay? For the labor group leader, labor inspections necessary, especially during the pandemic, since erring employers have weaponized COVID-19 to abuse workers. Okay? Yun na nga talaga. Ginagawa nilang exaggerate situation eh. Magtubo, however, said that DOLE should also express other concerns of workers, including the no vaccination, no ride policy. Tama naman. We were just actually discussing that, Doktora. Okay? Bello had previously apologized for the chaos over the contentious policy. Confusion has arisen over these issues because of lack of social dialogue, among others. So it's a communication problem, okay? These policies are patent discrimination against workers and the poor. In contrast, rich people, vaccinated or not, are free to move around since they have cars to use. These unfair and biased policies disproportionately impact people on the laylayan or fringes of society. So, ibig sabihin, yun na nga, yung disparity na naman ng mahirap at mayaman, nangyayari tuloy sa case na to kasi talaga naman, pag naka-personal cars yung mga dadaan, hindi naman sinecheck kung may vaccination certificate, lahat ng dumaan na kotse sa EDSA or sa kalye, right? Pero yun na nga, singled out itong mga medyo sa less fortunate, right, na papahirapan pa ng ganito. Pero kasi, because of safety reasons, kailangan. Meanwhile, only a few displaced workers have expressed their intention to seek cash assistance from the government, according to the DOLE. At a virtual briefing, Labor Assistant Secretary Dominic Tutay reported that the DOLE has received few applications on the first day of COVID Adjustment Measures Program. Doon sa rollout nito 2022 kahapon, konti lang ang nag-attend o nag-apply. So far, our online system received applications from 116 affected establishments with more than 1,223 workers. Okay, there were also individual applicants. As of last Sunday, Tutay said that DOLE had recorded 25,855 workers who were affected by permanent closure, retrenchment, and temporary closure of establishments following the declaration of Alert Level 3 in their respective area. So, yun naman pala, di ba? Nung nag-alert level 3, madami namang natakot at nag-back out magnegosyo. Okay? So, that is what happened. So, the DOLE official noted that all those workers affected by the declaration of Alert Level 3 or higher, okay, are eligible to apply for camp benefit regardless of their employment status. Aba, yun naman pala. So, pwede kayong Alert Level 3 or higher are eligible to apply for camp benefit regardless of their employment status. So, pwede pala kahit sino. Okay? The DOLE estimated that about 200,000 displaced workers nationwide should benefit from the implementation of Camp 2022 and with its allocated budget of 1 billion pesos. Okay? Under the program, displaced workers will receive a one-time cash grant of 5,000 pesos. Under the program, okay, all sectors including from education and construction may also avail themselves of the cash benefit, according to Tutay. Workers affected by flexible work arrangements are not covered by the program because they still have an income. Okay? Alright. Medyo inom lang sandali po. I'm feeling a little woozy. Okay. Okay, the national government has released a total of 11.8 billion in social risk allowances, or SRAs, and other benefits for medical frontliners even as the House of Representatives approved the bill that will grant such continuing benefits to healthcare workers or AHWs. Okay. Department of Budget and Management Bureau Director Jane Abella told the House Appropriations Committee, chaired by ACT-CIS Party List Representative Eric Goyap, and they have released the amount for HCWs. Okay. At the same time, the YAP Committee gave its green light to a proposal that will grant mandatory continuing benefits to HCWs in public and private hospitals, including barangay health workers, during the pandemic and in future public health emergencies. Okay, all right. Okay, itong bill na to was co-authored by Representative El Rey Villafuerte of Camarines Sur, Alfred Vargas of Quezon City, Joy Maria Tambunting, okay, Paranaque Branch, and Angelica Natasha Po, BHW Party List, also funds the implementation of the measure. Under the proposed Public Health Emergency Benefits for Health Under the proposed Public Health Emergency Benefits for Health Workers Act, on SRA, it must be granted for all mga healthcare workers for every month of service during the state of public health emergency based on their risk exposure category. So, karagdagang sweldo ito, right? Dapat lang, those deployed in low-risk areas will be given at least 3,000 monthly, at least 6,000 per month for those in medium-risk areas, and at least 9,000 monthly for those in high-risk areas. Okay? Hindi na yun masama. Meanwhile, amid the exodus of nurses seeking greener pastures abroad, mga registered nurses natin po who just passed the board and have decided to join government should be enjoying at least 35,000 in a monthly salary, okay? For the new salary standardization law, SSL. Sana, yan ang talagang dream ko, magkaroon ng salary standardization among online teachers, specifically the ESL field, because there's such disparity between native speakers like Americans, Canadians, Australians, and the non-native speakers. People can speak English well too, but they're not from English-speaking countries. They were not born there, or they have no citizenship with, in those countries. So, ito naman, yung mga nurse natin po, well, seeking greener pastures, umaalis instead of nandito sa Pilipinas para tumulong sa kanilang mga kababayan, lalo na in this pandemic. Wala tayong magagawa, practicality dictates, they have to leave to go abroad for a better pay, for better life, not only for themselves, but for their families, okay? So registered nurses who just passed the board and have decided to join government should be enjoying at least 35,000 in monthly salary, as per the new salary standardization law. Under Republic Act 11466, their compensation under nurse category salary grade or SG15 in government hospitals, both in national and LGU healthcare facilities. Okay, it has been adjusted now to 35,097. Okay, with that said, hold on. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little flustered. Wala naman po akong lagnat. Meron lang po akong ubot-sipon. Okay, so tapos na itong no vaccine, no ride policy. Okay, no vaccine, no ride. Okay, let's see what else. We have a lot of things on our plate today. And the next thing we have to talk about is, in the Philippines, this is very sad, okay? This is sad news naman. So, kung kanino to nangyari. Okay. All right. I wasn't able to post it there na. Okay, teachers lose savings to bank cyber scam, okay? This is not the first time we hear of this, okay? Because it happened to my sister who used to work for a company there in Eastwood and Metro in Manila, and their payroll got hacked, okay? BDO yun, some years back. Anyway, teachers lose savings to bank cyber scam, okay? Manila, Philippines, William Montecalvo, a teacher from San Bartolome High School in Quezon City, received a 13 one-time password text messages, ay nako, from Land Bank of the Philippines around midnight on November 3. Nakakatakot na yan. Those are already red flags. Calling unannounced and then, calling in the ungodly hour. Ay, nako. So, huwag nyo na entertain pag ganun, okay? So, upon checking his iAccess account, an alternative banking channel used for fund transfer and updating of contact information, Montecalvo found out that his savings had been nearly wiped out with a balance of only 800 pesos from 121,000 the last time he checked. Okay? Crisanto Cruz, ang isang guro sa Amaya School of Home Industries in Cavite, experienced the same problem. Okay? Noong December 30, 2021, a total of 84,815 pesos was stolen from his land bank account. 50,025 was transferred to GCash account, while 34,379 went to another bank account. Okay? So ano yan, di ba? Nakakatakot. Yung galing sa landmark mong bangko, natatransferan pa sa GCash. How can they do that without your consent, right? Cruz said he received 3 messages from Land Bank providing an OTP, but was surprised since he was not using his computer during that time. I was alarmed when I saw the 3 OTP messages and I thought my account was being hacked. Okay? Upon checking his balance through his phone, his savings were gone. Okay? Montecalvo and Cruz are just 2 of many teachers who have been victimized by bank cyber criminals. Their storylines are the same. Funds from their land bank payroll accounts were transferred to the other bank of mobile wallet accounts without them making transactions. So, nalipatan po ng pera mula dun sa kanilang personal bank account, yung kanilang mga Shopee or GCash apps, nang without their authorization. Paano natin ngayon magagawa yan? Kasi yung isa kong bangko, every time there's activity in my account, whether or not it's my checking or my savings, na-alert na sila doon. And so doing, they can call me to check on, anomalous things that are going on, kung tama ba yung charges, okay? So, sabi niya, I was alarmed when I saw the 3 messages and thought my account was being hacked. Upon checking his balance through his phone, his savings were gone. Oh my God, really? Ito yung sumakit ng ulo niya. Alright? Si William Montecalvo, a teacher from San Berto. Okay, so we're just trying to show that it happens to the best of us, right? Okay. So right now, okay, according to Teachers Dignity Coalition Chair Benjo Basas, there are 11 teachers with similar cases so far, okay? Sabi ni Cruz, he received 3 messages from Land Bank providing an OTP. One-time password po yung sabihin ng OTP. Okay? But was surprised since he was not using his computer during that time. I was alarmed when I saw 3 OTP messages. And then I thought my own account was being hacked. Upon checking the balance through his phone, his savings were gone. Can you believe it? Montecalvo and Cruz are just 2 of the many teachers who have been victimized by bank cyber criminals. I myself included. Their storylines are the same. Funds from their land bank payroll accounts were transferred to other bank or mobile wallet accounts without them making the transaction. So they didn't even ask for permission if they could use your facilities, but they just went ahead, right? No more verification. That's why any news that you get, okay, whether it's from the internet or otherwise, please verify first before lest you fall prey into their agenda, yung mga naggagawa ng mga fake news at saka fake pages, okay? We are receiving more reports of hacking and we will give updates soon. Itong sinabi nila, yung mga government agencies nagsasara na naman ulit, no? Tsaka kailangan talaga yung pinifilter ang information bago kayo maniwala, okay? So we are receiving more reports of hacking and we will give updates soon, he said in a text message. The group will submit the details of teachers who were victims of the possible scam as they seek help from the officials of the Department of Education. Okay. Could you hold on, please? I'm just gonna get some water. Wala po akong kasama dito eh. Para kasi akong I feel a little bit woozy. I don't know why. I had my AC on, but I'm sweating here. Nainitan po ako kahit na naka-aircon na ako. Well, no, it's not Omicron. I'm nixing that idea because alam niyo po naman ako'y COVID survivor na. At ano pa, thrice jabbed, which is like the 2 regular vaccines and a booster shot. I already have it. I even took a flu shot. So, kompleto na po ako sa bala, alright? Para sa gera. So, okay, pag-usapan lang natin konti yung phishing victims, okay? Because we're in this subject of employees' funds, personal funds being drained because of cyber hacking. Ano ang phishing victims? P-H-I-S-I-N-G. P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. So, phishing siya pero imbis na FPH ang nakalagay. Phishing victims. Ito po yung sa mga kumukuha na information para gamitin for their own good. Landmark on yesterday said that teachers had fallen victims to a phishing scam despite the bank's safe systems. All right. Phishing happens when a bank customer receives an email directing the unsuspecting client to click an attachment or link, which in turn enables the tech-savvy scammer to access the victim's bank information. That is why, as I always say over and over again, do not give your information out on the internet lalong-lalo na, and do not open suspicious email. Pero like I said, and I'm saying it again, magaling na pong magmask ng identity, magaling na pong mag-duplicate ng isang web page or website na legit, like kunyari Inquirer.net or CNN. Madali na pong gawin ngayon ng technically to simulate a news item that will exactly look like what I'm looking at right now for Inquirer.net. They can just as easily adjust, make the perfect logo spot to really, really look and sound professional, to lure you, okay? Because, like I said, phishing happens when a bank customer receives an email directing the unsuspecting client to click on an attachment or link, which in turn, yun na nga, mananako na yung identity nyo at makukuha na information nyo. Kaya nga, according to the initial investigation by Land Bank, the devices of the teachers were hacked via phishing nga, okay? Which compromised their personal information. The bank has already reached out to the affected customers, all right? Kasi pati yung kanilang customers, and it's working on the resolution of these isolated cases at the soonest possible time. The lender urged vigilance against phishing and other online banking fraud. Land Bank reminds its customers to refrain from opening suspicious emails, links, and attachments, and sharing your account and personal information. Official Landmark representatives will never ask, okay, tandaan niyo po ang mga opisyalis ng mga bangko, much less this Landmark representatives, will never ask for the critical financial information of customers. So, hindi dapat na rin natin yung ibulgar, yung nangyari sa atin, But then at the same time, we always have to be on our toes and to look out for red flags but when dealing with itong mga nagsosolicit, especially na information nyo. Alamin nyo muna po kung legit yan. Okay, to complain about it, well, Land Bank said it kept the highest level of security in all its systems so that customers' accounts and personal information were protected. Meanwhile, Monticalvo said that 2 days after he discovered the theft, he submitted a complaint now to the Quezon City Hall branch of Land Bank for its failure to exercise due diligence in ensuring that their access system is fraud-free and safe. In a later dated January 18, Land Bank said, sumagot naman, the alleged unauthorized transactions were authenticated by a one-time password which was sent to your registered email address or mobile number. The bank added that it could not act on Monte Calvo's request for restitution. He decided to tap the Cybercrime Division of the Philippine National Police, where he was asked to submit a statement of account so they could trace the reference number. Okay? Pero, nung nagpunta raw siya sa land bank, sinabi sa kanya that they could give the documents on where the money was withdrawn, but they would not be able to provide the details on where it went. Okay? Okay naman lang yon, right? Sinabi ito ni Monte Calvo sa Inquirer. They were the ones who told me that the money went to a GCash account, so I wanted to see the transaction since the police investigator was also asking for the documents. But the branch manager said they could not provide it. Bakit naman dapat nagpadala na lang ng warrant, right? Hard-earned money, yes. The money allegedly stolen from Monte Calvo was worth 3 years of his savings. Oh my gosh. That is really so sad, right? Pinag-ipunan mo, mawala na lang ng ganon-ganon. Nakakaloka yun, right? As the head of their school's disaster risk reduction management operations, he knew what the value of preparing for emergencies is. So he saved that money in case his family would need it amid the pandemic. Okay? It gravely affected me and I haven't been able to sleep properly. As an ordinary teacher, that is a huge amount of money, of course. He said, noting that he said that nothing, that even his concentration for teaching had been affected by the issue. Okay? So yan po, no? Ayan po yung, ano pong pinag-usapan natin dito. We're talking about teachers losing savings to bank. Okay? And of course, ayaw nating sisihin pero talaga man ang teknolohiyang po ang because of technology and how people this good are how good these people are hacking and doing mindless harmful ways like that kasi nga dahil yung technology nandyan. That's why it's very important for us to balance it out with our children and explain to them that playing video games is not the main goal of people. Or that's why we have to educate din po yung ating mga anak na para rin mag-verify ng mga information, no? Kagaya nitong land bank na to, paano mangyayari yan ng yung mga payroll ng tao, like in the video that was happening paulit-ulit, and even my own hacking of my debit cards and my bank account, it's happened to me. It's still not fixed, right? Okay? So, sabi ni Cruz nga, naka-receive siya ng 3 messages from Land Bank. Okay, ganito yung mga modus lang. Providing an OTP, but was surprised since he was not using his computer during that time, right? I was alarmed when I saw the 3 OTP messages, and I thought my account was being hacked. Upon checking his balance through his phone, his savings were gone. Monte Calvo and Cruz are just two of many teachers who have been victimized by bank cyber criminals. Their storylines are the same. Funds from their landmark payroll accounts were transferred to other banks or mobile wallet accounts without them making the transaction. So, sino ang gumawa ng ghost, no? Sino ang nag-transact para sa inyo? Parang nahihilo yata ako sa ring light ko eh. My eyes are getting tired because of it. So the group will submit the details of teachers who are victims of the possible scam so that they can seek the help from officials of the Department of Education and also so that they can get refunds kung sa mga nawala nila or dinebe sa account. Okay? Landmark reminds its customers to refrain from opening suspicious emails, links, and attachments. And sharing your account and personal information, hindi yan mabuti, okay? Because you wouldn't want to get sick. So, dyan po nagtatapos yung tungkol dito sa land bank na nawalan ng mga sweldo yung mga tao, okay? The teacher's case adds to the growing number of bank clients losing their money to cyber criminals. Nung past December po, nung last year lang, more than 700 clients of BDO Unibank lost hundreds and thousands of pesos through unauthorized online fraud transfers. See, from the time that I was complaining na 2 years ago na yata, hanggang ngayon hindi pa na-fix yung problems na yan technically. I mean, it has to be fixed because inefficiency, no? Tsaka, last January 21 naman, the National Bureau of Investigation said it arrested 3 Filipinos and 2 Nigerians who were allegedly involved in the hacking of BDO accounts. So, magaling naman. Sila palang nag-hack. BDO already restituted about 700 affected accounts, but did not disclose the total amounts. It is a worsening crime, diba? The teacher's case adds to the growing number of bank clients losing their money to cyber criminals. Okay, myself included, okay? In December 2021, more than 700 clients of BDO Unilink Bank lost hundreds and thousands of pesos through unauthorized online fraud, an online fund transfer, okay? So, nakakakuha sila ng ganun nabigyan nyo sa akin yung helicopter nyo, ano yung license dyan, o paano kayo makakarating bula-bulahin, no? Bibigyan na ng informasyon. Kaya, yan, subject to hacking or a hack attack or pang ma-virus, yung mga ganyang candidates, okay? So, BDO already restituted 700 effective accounts, but did not disclose the total amounts, okay? Siguro, gusto lang niyang silipin. But anyway, so that's that. What else do we have in store? Okay, shall we go international now? Let me check if I still have some local news. So yun, tingnan ko my graphics ko. So where is that? Wala naman pala eh. Okay, so, nagkaroon of course ang issue dyan is the past debate of the president, sa presidential debate. Lahat po nandun si Isko, si Mayor Isko, okay, si VP Lenny, si Panfilo Lacson, si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Sino lang ang wala was BBM. And then now, he declined to do that debate on the premise that he said biased daw si Jessica Soho. And noted ano yan, and multi-awarded broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Hindi yan biased, no? Like you're saying. But it created a bit of animosity or bad blood when he didn't show up. And instead showing up in the streets campaigning. Well, that leaves much to be desired, okay? Okay. So what else now do we have, okay? After that, na-lower na yung classification. No, it will be lowered soon, yung alert level sa Philippines and Metro Manila. Okay? All right. So now we go to another side of this today that we're talking about. Let's talk about naman Facebook. Okay, let me see the latest news. Hindi. Unahin muna natin to, okay? It's really important, I think. All right, come on. Ayan, women empowerment. Okay, Smart supports Omega Express and its first MLBB Women's Invitational. Why is it that I already have the air conditioning on? Kailangan ko pa on yung fan. Pawis na po ako. Nakatapat na ako sa aircon. I don't know what's happening. Oh, please. Sumama na akong nagka-COVID, nagka-lahat. My immunity should be omnipresent. Okay, all right. So, Smart supports Omega Express in first MLBB Women's Invitational. Okay? Nakaka-proud naman yan. Okay? So, alamin natin yung balita tungkol sa mga babae na ito. Alright? These beautiful women before you. Okay? PLDT wireless unit, Smart Communications Inc., is supporting an Omega Expression tawag sa event. The women's team under its esports program as they represent the Philippines in the first ever Mobile Legends Bang Bang Women's Invitational on January 27. Okay? Mary Christine Miray, ito po sila. Ayan ang mga pangalan nila. Okay? Pakita ko ulit. Ito, let's make it bigger so that you can see them. Hindi na baling matakpan ako. Ayan sila, lakihan ko na. Ayan, alright? There they are. Okay? Okay? Mary Christine Miray, Miray Vivero, I think left to right po ito. Kay Meryl, Kay Alpuerto, Rica Fatima Amores, Sheen Shinawa Perez, and Fatima Phoebe Tabernal make up the homegrown squad under the guidance of Coach Hans Bilonoak. Smart has always believed that esports has the power to bring out the best in our athletes, no matter the gender, social status, age, and background. Okay? We are excited to see our Smart Omega Empress as they carry the Philippine flag in the international stage. We hope that they can inspire our youth to pursue their passion in esports. Sabi ito ni Jane J. Basas, SVP and Head of Consumer Wireless Business sa Smart. Okay? Ang Smart Omega Empress, formerly LVD Huntress, ang team captain na si Vivero, shared that they are happy and overwhelmed with this milestone. Masaya kami kasi nakita nila na kaya namin makipagkompetensya sa ibang teams in the pro scene. Sabi pa niya, I'm very glad to see a lot of ladies confidently playing esports and showing off their skills, especially sa international games. Smart Omega Express, together with another Filipino squad, Brent Victres, will battle it out with top-notch all-female crews from Southeast Asia sa isang tournament po na ang premyo ay $15,000. Okay? Yan ang prize pool. We are confident that we will provide a good fight, that we will dominate the game. This is challenging for us, so we need to practice double time because the tournament is fast approaching. Okay? Ano ang commitment to boost ng Philippine esports? Well, Smart has proven its long-standing commitment toward the fastest-growing esports scene in the country. Okay? With its products, programs, and services, ayan na po ang aming pusa. Okay, pasensya na kayo. Itong aming pusa nakikipag-starring role dito. Okay? That is Xiao, our cat. Okay, again, as I was saying, Smart has proven its long-standing commitment toward the fastest-growing esports scene in the country with its products, programs, and services that are geared to help in nurturing the passion and talent of all Filipino gamers. Okay, Smart has always supported women in the esports and gaming culture, particularly with its role in Liga Adarna, the Philippines' biggest and only all-female esports league. Okay. In fact, Vivero and her teammates are veterans of Smart-backed Liga Adarna. They reigned as Season 4 champions in the Mobile Legends tournament of the league. So ang nilalaro po nito mga babaeng ito ay Mobile Legends. Filipino gamers and Smart customers can enjoy next-level speeds while gaming and streaming thanks to the country's fastest and most reliable 5G mobile network as reported by Ookla. To date, Smart has already fired up around 6,400 5G base stations nationwide po ito, making it the country's first, fastest, and widest 5G network po. Smart pa rin po ang also reaffirmed its dominance sa Philippines' fastest mobile network, okay, for the 4th year in a row na po. Based on analysis by Ookla of tests taken with speed tests covering the first half of 2021. Okay. So, ayun po, no? Sa ating gaming world. Alright. Okay. So, ano pa po ang ano natin? Tapos na tayo sa mga balitang COVID, no? Pating no vax policy na yan. It's okay. as long as, kasi this is just actually for your safety eh. Hindi naman nag-iimbento ng rules. Okay? Alright. So, now, okay, we go on to international news and how what's happening with regards to yun pa rin, cyber theft and cyber hacking kagaya ng pag-hack ng mga land bank payroll at pati rin yung mga website, no? I heard from abroad yung Red Cross din na hack din ang kanilang website. I just heard, okay? Sandali, inom lang ng water. Well, I think it's too short a time for me to start a new topic that we can what do you call it? Extensively discuss, okay? So, pag-usapan natin ulit po, no? Yung mga nagtatanong, meron daw pa kaagad na second booster shot. Hindi pa nga natin tapos yung first booster shot. Tinatanong na natin ng second booster. Despite the continuing increase, okay, sa COVID cases, the administration of a second booster or fourth dose of COVID vaccines is not yet on the horizon, okay? Hindi pa po yan. Malayo pa po yan sa isipan. Kasi hindi pa nga halos kalahati ang nag-booster eh. Naghihingi na kayo ng kasunod na booster. Vaccine experts have been coordinating with their counterparts in the international scientific community on vaccinology and immunology, and they have been studying this. Itong sinabi ni Duque, okay? He maintained that there is no clear evidence that giving a fourth jab would be significant in the fight against COVID-19, or kung nagkaroon ka na ng 4 na injection, siguro hindi ka na magkaka-COVID. Huwag po natin yung i-assume, okay? Because as we speak, inaaral pa rin itong virus, inaaral pa rin ng mga vaccine. So, we cannot just assume that a fourth jab or booster will guarantee not ever having COVID again. No, we cannot say that, okay? Because nga, there is no clear evidence that giving a fourth jab would be significant in the fight against COVID. Duque also refuted a World Bank report saying the country's COVID-19 inoculation is low, and this likely led to a spike in cases. I don't know how they came up with that analysis. Even countries with high vaccination coverage are seeing surge in cases. With that, we can refute this analysis being offered by World Bank. In some countries, where the vaccines are being manufactured and where there is high vaccination coverage, and are now offering fourth dose, you would see their cases rising, okay? He underscored that the other countries did not experience having calamities such as typhoid or death, which had caused the disruption of vaccination. Hindi lang man lang, Diyos ko, marami nang nangyari. So, acting presidential spokesman Carlo Nograles yesterday clarified that a video clip of President Duterte was taken out of context by groups using it to discourage the public from getting COVID-19 boosters. Sinabi ni Nograles na doon sa video na yon, ang presidente po stated that 2 doses of COVID-19 shots are sufficient. And it was recorded on September 30, 2021. So alam po natin hindi yun totoo, di ba? The said video clip should be viewed in the proper context. At that point, 21 million of our countrymen were fully vaccinated, and our priority was to increase that number, which is why the provision of booster shots had yet to be approved. Okay. Ano ngayon ang sitwasyon? Because, the situation is different now, right? Kasi nga, hindi lahat vaccinated, pero marami nang na-vaccinate. Okay? Kaya ang presidente noong December 21, he addressed and enjoined the public to take advantage of the country's sufficient supply of vaccines and get their booster shots to control the spread of the Omicron variant. So dapat nating isipin that there is clear evidence that ang COVID-19 booster shots provide additional protection against the virus, and urge the public to refrain from sharing information or saying that it is the cure for the COVID-19, or you have to refrain from sharing disinformation or fake news that will endanger the lives of our kababayans, compromise our efforts to contain COVID-19, and undermine our campaign to beat the disease. Okay, so the government has tapped private, ito na, di ba? Itong recent development, kahapon nasabi ko na to, the government has tapped private drugstores and clinics to assist the government in providing booster shots to the public. Para mabilis na, bumalis na lalo kasi naiiwan na lang nga tayo right? The government has tapped private drugstores and clinics to assist the government in providing booster shots for the public. Data showed that as of January 23, 57.26 million individuals had been fully vaccinated while 59.79 million got their first dates. Meanwhile, their first dose, okay? Meanwhile, 6.29 million have received the boosters. So marami-raming number na rin, no? So hindi na natin pwedeng i-diskwento yan na hindi natin ginagawa because we really do naman. It's just that some people are careless. Okay? Okay, so on this note, we would like to remind everyone that Buhay Online broadcasts every Monday through Friday lang po. Wala po ako ng weekend. Yung mga nagtanong at naghanap kung nasan ako ng weekend, ako po ay nag-enjoy ng aking free time during the weekend because I'm all my show broadcasts from Monday to Friday po, 11 to 12. And of course, for those who miss our regular programming, those who wish to look back on past episodes or yung mga gusto mag-repasa or ulitin yung mga past episodes, nandun po kami sa YouTube. So please just look for us, Broad Stream Cast Communicators YouTube page. Please like it and subscribe. Sige na po, para lalo pang lumawak ang ating network of people na natutulungan so that you can help us achieve, to spread more information and guidance and, to people po, to our shows na daily po yan mula 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning to 12 midnight. We have broadcasters here with different formats, okay? So, okay, can I just say a bit of a news because I have 5 minutes or 3? Sabi lang to kasi ng Pangulo, gusto ko lang i-share. Sabi niya, spare COVID-19 vaccine should be given to the NPA. So tell me, is that right? Okay. President Rodrigo Duterte yesterday said that spare COVID-19 vaccines can be given to the new People's Army daw so that they can get protection against the viral disease. So I'm not sure kasi, we're not naman warring against any country. So we welcome everyone in our homes. Pero ito, sinabi niya, itong NPA members, can be given vaccine na raw. Okay? Pag may sobra, kung may sobra lang, hindi ko kayo pwedeng unahin kaya kalaban kayo sa gobyerno. He said during the second part of the President's Talk to the People, which was aired, today. If there are spare vaccines, only if they are spare, you cannot be prioritized because you are enemies of the government. Yan po ang words ng ating Pangulo. Oh well. Duterte then said he wished to go back to typhoon or death-hit areas to check what various agencies have promoted to the affected people and to see if the people still are in evacuation centers. Okay? And hindi pa naman po natatapos yung mga kailangan bakunahan Kailangan lahat para magkaroon ng herd immunity. Duterte said he then wished to go back to typhoon or death-hit areas to check out various agencies. So, yun po, yun na ang balita doon, no? Na sabi ng Pangulo, ibigay daw yung extra vaccine sa mga NPA. Love thy enemy. Yan yung motto ba niya? So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, okay? It has been my pleasure to be here. Ay, salita pala ako ng salita, wala akong face. Hindi ko na natanggal to. So sorry. So yeah. So it has been my pleasure to talk to you about all those things the issues that we talked about, yung pag-hack po ng mga bank account na nangyari na sa kanya ng ulit-ulit, but more on cybersecurity, more on online jobs the next coming days. So bukas po, we're going to talk about online jobs, corporate world, or in whatever field na trabaho. We will talk about that tomorrow, and I will have maybe a resource person tomorrow. Pasensya na, I was talking the whole time, nakatakip pala yung face. Anyway, maraming salamat for joining me today. This has been my pleasure to be with you, as it is my pleasure every day to be able to help. Maraming salamat, pasensya na po sa aking technical glitches. So thank you so much for joining me. And as I always say, at the end of the day, right, 3 things should remain in our lives. And what are they? It's faith, hope, and love. Okay? So, maraming salamat. See you again tomorrow. Same time po. Huwag po kayong magsasawa sa sama sa aming programa. Thank you very much.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.